Abimbola Agbebiyi is live in Owerri alongside other TVC's correspondents to cover the election in Imo on Saturday. She joins me live for more on the updates. What's preparation like, Abimbola, in the state capital 4 days to this election?
Thank you, Nifemi. Of course, the off-season election has been dominating conversations in different parts of the country, most especially in the three regions where the exercise is expected to take place. Many have said a lot of things. Many have said that the success or the outcome of the Saturday polls will, of course, or is crucial to the democracy of Nigeria. In Owerri, the Imo State capital, Owerri is calm today. Of course, it's been calm since we stepped into town. Residents have been going about their normal businesses, but they are not losing consciousness of the fact that they have a key role to play at the Saturday polls. A lot of them are actually saying they are eager, excited to exercise their franchise. But as much as people would want to, exercise their franchise, one major fear that people keep, that bringing up is about the security of the environment where this exercise will be taking place. I was able to speak to some residents today who, of course, brought back to mind past election in the state and, of course, situations where we had electoral violence, ballot box snatching, vote buying, attack on security personnel, voter intimidation, and all of that. So they want to know what security agencies in the state will be doing this time differently, just to assure, they just want assurances that they can go out and exercise their franchise without fear of being intimidated. And of course, the national chairman, of INEC has said that the responsibility of the security of the election lies with security agencies. And he has also said that security agencies should be decisive enough to bring to book or to punish any perpetrator of electoral violence. Now, here in Imo, as I said earlier, everything is still calm, but then residents are still talking about what security agencies will be doing differently this time. And of course, that brings to mind the history of past elections in Nigeria. Of course, we've had places in the country where election, went on well, while in other places it was marred or colored by electoral violence and all of that. Now, we were able to speak with the resident electoral commissioner of Imo State, Mrs. Siva Agu, who told us that non-sensitive election materials have been moved to 27 local government areas in the state, and they have also assured us of their readiness to ensure that election is free, fair, and credible. This time, they are saying that they are doing all they can within their power to ensure that the situation is different and, of course, is positive this time around. Tomorrow, we are the electoral body will be having stakeholders meeting where, of course, key stakeholders in the state are expected to meet minds with the electoral body and, of course, security agencies. And all of these issues that have been brought up are expected, to come to fore again. And, of course, we expect that they will be able to talk about ways to, map out better ways of conducting the election this time. Earlier today, of course, my colleague Solomon Ajuziogu was also in town to feel the pulse of residents of the state, talking about their level of compliance with the sit-at-home order, imposed by, IPOB in the state. And, of course, that report will be coming up shortly for people to see.
Usually, on a Monday like this, even though a municipality feels the brunt of the seat at home.
Unlike before, we cannot see anybody around. But this time around, at least we can come out for businesses. Even though that, yes, we know that you cannot compare on Mondays to other days. Even though you can see people moving about, but on ordinary days, the population is much.
When there is sit at home, you can see people are being afraid of going to their different places, opening their shops, and going to school. But since they have banned the sit-at-home order, people are now freely malingering to their destination or opening their businesses.
Whereby we usually encounter sit-at-home on Mondays, and just because of some people are strong-headed though, and most of us, if you don't come out, there is no way you feed. So we literally feed from hand to mouth.
But this Monday, like every other Monday since the announcement of the cancellation of the seat at home, people have been up and about their businesses and their trade.
Rating it from 1 to 10, I would just say that the only difference is just maybe 2 or 3%. Initially, people were coming out, but the thing is you just encounter just few people on the street. Maybe they're not going a distance, only to grab some things in the street and go back home. But now, people just actually walk around, but the population actually increased.
It's restricted movements. For students, it makes them to lag behind. At least lecturers or teachers, they will be afraid to go out to come to school. Then students in their own paths will be afraid to come to school because they don't know the results of coming out on Mondays.
Since getting back on the street, business people and traders would wish that more and more people would join them up and about to their places, their businesses, and their workplaces. Solomon Ajisiogu, TVC News, Owerri.
Of course, that was my colleague Solomon there, feeling the pulse of residents of Imo State with regards to their level of compliance with the sit-at-home order here in the state. Nifemi, one thing that is crucial, at this election is the issue of security, and that's what residents of this state have been talking about. I spoke to a resident who talked about the fact that there are certain areas in Imo State, talking about some local governments in border areas where electoral violence is actually predominant, and they really want security agencies to get it right this time. So we wait to see what will happen, as the election day draws near. We wait to see what will play out, as we count down to Saturday polls, Nifem.
Thank you for the updates, Abimbola. Do stay safe.